I'm Dr. Steele, and I'm a test prep expert with Study.com. The Word Knowledge section of the ASVAB is a multi-subject subtest that covers knowledge of word meanings presented in context. The problems in this video will focus on questions that align with the types of questions you can expect to see on the ASVAB. The Word Knowledge section of the ASVAB is one of the 4 that is included in your AFQT score. All right, let's do this. The first problem asks, using your knowledge of word parts, specifically root words and suffixes, what does liberty mean? A reference to a statue, in the process of freedom, the condition of freedom, full of freedom, or without freedom. The word liberty comes from the Latin root liber, meaning free. The suffix ty or t is used to form nouns that denote a state or condition. Therefore, liberty means the condition of being free. The other thing to note on this one is that the first option is easy to eliminate because it has nothing to do with word parts, and it's trying to get you to think about the Statue of Liberty. So eliminate wrong answers when you see them so you can focus on fewer options. Our next problem asks, a word's connotation is blank. Let's look at these options one at a time. The first is the emotional association or secondary meaning of a word. Now, this sounds right, and it's probably the correct answer, but let's look at the other options to make sure. Second option, a synonym that has a positive or a negative association. A synonym is a synonym, so positive or negative associations don't really make sense. This answer is incorrect. Our next option, an antonym that has a negative association. Well, this is similar to the previous answer. An antonym is an antonym, so positive or negative associations don't really make sense, making this answer also incorrect. A comparison of two things that are similar in some way. A word's connotation should stand alone, so comparing it to another word is incorrect. And our final option, the direct meaning of a word, and it is often what you would find in the dictionary. This is incorrect because connotation is what you think of beyond the literal definition. So let's go back to the option we did not eliminate, the emotional association or secondary meaning of a word. A word's connotation is the emotional or associative meaning that goes beyond its literal definition. It's the feeling you get or an image that the word makes you think of in addition to its dictionary meaning. For instance, the words skinny and slender both could be defined as thin in the dictionary, but the word skinny might have a negative connotation of being too thin, while the word slender might have a more positive connotation of being graceful or elegant. And that is the correct answer. Identify the type of analogy being used here by recognizing the relationship between two pairs of words, torpedo and explosion, drinking and intoxication. As you read questions presented like this, get in the habit of reading it as torpedo is to explosion as drinking is to intoxication. So let's look at these options one at a time. The first is classification analogy. We're looking for an answer that works for both pairs. So a lot of times you'll be able to eliminate an answer if it doesn't work for the first pair of words. In this case, does the first pair of words look like a classification analogy? A classification analogy would look like this. Baseball is to sport as pizza is to food. Torpedo is not a type of explosion, so we know this option is wrong without even looking at the other pair of words. How about antonym analogy? Torpedo and explosion are not opposites or antonyms, so this answer is incorrect. Synonym analogy. Torpedo and explosion are also not similar or synonyms, so this answer is incorrect. Part-whole analogy. A part-whole analogy would be tire is to car as page is to book. Parts of the whole. A torpedo is not part of an explosion in the same way, so this answer is incorrect. Finally, we have cause and effect analogy. Can a torpedo cause an explosion? Yes. Can drinking cause intoxication? It sure can. The analogy highlights the causal relationship between these two pairs of words, so this is the correct answer. The final problem asks, why is the word authenticity the antonym of the word spurious in the following sentence? The spurious accusations of the disgusting liar will be proven false since they completely lack authenticity. Let's look at these options one at a time. First, because it has the opposite meaning. Well, antonym means opposite, so this is probably the answer, but it's almost too easy. So let's look at the other options before we decide. How about because it provides no new relevant context? That is factually incorrect. When you see a word like since or because, you are probably about to get new relevant context to support an earlier claim, which we do here. This answer is incorrect. How about because it ensures the sentence has a logical flow? The sentence having a logical flow has nothing to do with words being antonyms, so this is incorrect. Finally, because it supports the position of spurious. This option you have to think about. You could argue that this is true because the second part of the sentence supports the first, but that isn't what's being asked. We're being asked specifically about the word authenticity and how it's an antonym of the word spurious. In this sentence, the word authenticity does not support the word spurious. It's only after you qualify the word authenticity with the word lack that it supports the position of spurious. So this is incorrect. Let's go back to the option we did not eliminate because it has the opposite meaning. In the sentence, the word spurious means false or fake, and the word authenticity means genuineness or accuracy. These two words have opposite meanings, making them antonyms. Therefore, the word authenticity is used to emphasize the falseness of the accusations and to support the overall claim that they will be proven false. This is the correct answer. That is word knowledge. Check out the other videos in this series if you need more help getting ready for the ASVAB test. Give us a thumbs up if you're feeling more prepared. Leave us a comment with any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, and make sure you subscribe for more U.S. military test prep content. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video.